Yo, what it do, man? This is your boy North End Floyd, man. This is episode 133, man. We getting up there. And this is a special show, man, because this is the first time, man, I didn't had well, not the first time, but since I didn't got the studio, this is the first time I didn't had a in-studio guest, man. And it's kind of dope, you know what I'm saying? Having somebody in the studio, kicking back and chilling, because this is the kickback, so we kick back, we chilling and stuff like that. So I got my guest in the background, man. Hey, guest, man, back there. Hey, let them know who you is back there, man. Chilling in the cut.
What's up, y'all? It's Millennial Coach TC, Coach TC. You know what I'm saying? Speaker, coach. You feel me? Changing lives,
For sure.
developing lives. All about self development, relationships, whatever you need to get better in your life. That's what I'm on. I'm about that.
Yeah, for sure. Get at the Coach Tim, man. Get my boy Coach Tim coming up doing his thing, man. He in the background chilling. You know what I'm saying? We just having a good time or whatever. And I appreciate y'all for tapping in on the show. I got my boy Cornbread. He finna join me in a little bit and stuff like that, man. I'm hoping y'all have a great Friday. Um, what's up, Pat? What it do? Due to a little sickness last week, I was not able to do the show. But hey, we rocking out this week, man. I'm hoping y'all having a good weekend and all that. But let me bring in my other guest, man. Brad, what it do, man? What's up?
What's up with it, man? Chilling,
Man,
chilling, man.
what you got going on, my brother?
Oh man, I'm started today filming. You know what I'm saying? Series coming to y'all real soon. I ain't gonna give it away just yet, but I started on it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy with about that. And then there's the music. You know what I'm saying? Get ready to put that ladies' room out, man. And of course, continue with the podcast and popping on.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I wanted to bring you on, man, because I wanted to ask you about your project that you got that's gonna come out, man, the ladies room. What's that gonna
Yeah,
be about,
man.
man?
Well, what I set out to do and what I ended up with is two totally different things.
Okay.
Um, the idea itself is conceptual because I'm a man and I'm making a album called Ladies Room. So obviously I'm talking to the females. But
For sure.
now where I exceeded my own expectations was um, as far as what I put together and what Playmaker did in terms of sound together. I mean, and I'm only telling you what people have told me after they heard it. It's like, yo, this is the best sounding record you ever put out. All the ratings were near perfect, if not classic material. I'm still undecided because I'm a tough critic on myself. But it's some good quality music. I mean, it's good quality music, and it's good. It's refreshing to hear this from a man because in these days and times, the dialogue between men and women have become very rude and unpleasant.
Mm.
Ladies' room is how we should be talking to
Okay.
women. And then there's layers to it as well because you have women who like records who that are conservative, that don't have any profanity, that are just clean cut. And that's fine because I know how to make records like that. And then you have the audience who love the ratchet, raunchy, explicit. And I can give them that too. You know what I'm saying? And so you have both of those worlds, and then also you have to add the grown and sexy element to the equation as well,
Facts
because
though.
there are women who operate under those pretenses, and so all together, when you mix it all up, you have something that every woman from every walk of life can enjoy, can appreciate.
Mm.
This music is going to change the complexion in the room. It's going to
Mm.
change people's perception of me, artist, and it's going to make the world at large, or whoever listens to it, realize what hip hop is supposed to sound like.
When it's dropping? When it's dropping?
It drops May 12th on all streaming platforms.
Okay. So it drop in a couple weeks.
Yeah, actually, about 2 weeks from now. Actually,
2 weeks is dropping. Brad, I wanted to bring you on real quick, man, just to Just to promote the album because I'm really anticipating this album, and you know what I'm saying, and that's how we do because you know I appreciate your commitment. Oh, she say share the link. I don't know if you got a link yet, Brad. Do you got a link? She says share
I
the
wish
link.
I, but it'll be out May 12th. I know. Once it's out, then I'm be putting that link everywhere.
Yeah,
Uh,
Patricia. Don't worry. When the album drop, he will be on the show, and we working out something special. We go do. You know what I'm saying as far as when the album drop, because you know we all about relationships. We all about the ladies. We all about men. We all about the the, the healthy relationships and stuff like that. So
and that whole album fit the theme of your show.
yeah, so yeah, we gonna have a good time. And Brad, you've been to the spot, you've been to the studio or whatever. And right now I got a studio guest too. So you know what I'm saying. I was just telling them how when you came or whatever, you was like the first to come through and just check out the spot. He the second. So when I bring you
All
back
right,
in, you go be the, you know what I'm saying? You go be the third, which really was the first or whatever. So I just wanted to bring you on real quick and chop it up with you, man. I'm finna get back to my in studio guest, man.
all right, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, bet that. All right, so look, that was my boy Brett. He got an album dropping, Ladies Room. Uh, man, very into. I'm anticipated, to hear what he got and stuff like that. I think we need music like that that's gonna cater to the women, the men, the relationship and stuff like that. But let me get back to my boy, man. I got Coach Tim in the back, chilling, man, in the cut, man. Yo, Tim, man, tell the people what made you get into like the motivational stuff, man, motivational videos and what I'm saying, self-love, healthy relations, all that stuff. What made you say, man, that's my lane right there. I'm feeling that. That's something that I'm inspired to be great at.
They came at two different times actually. So first, I want to say it was positivity. If you knew me when I first started making videos, you knew like my first couple of videos was about being positive.
Mm,
So I think that was really what changed for me because at a moment in my life, I had like probably like a month and a half of depression
mm,
and some other things. So I had really told myself I want to get better. So like I always say, study and practice. And so when I studied the depression and stuff like that, I went and got the books. I went
mm,
and did the listen to the podcasts. I went to the people who was advocate for depression and stuff like that. And I took what they said and like I said, I practiced what I had studied. And it really changed my life, changed my mindset. And when I got caught on to this positive mindset living, I really put it into practice. And I was like, man, I know all this stuff. Something told me, like, if you know all this stuff, why you won't just make videos about it? Ain't no reason for you not to share it. You know all this type of things. And I didn't never know that positivity, they have people on social media who is famous for doing that before I realized it. And I was like, I want to do that. Like I want to be different. I always wanted to be different. And so I feel like really God gave me the lane through
mm.
pain. I know y'all heard you find your purpose through pain, some people.
Yeah,
And I
for
feel
sure.
like that was for me. And he kind of just spoke to me like, man, make these videos. People got to hear this stuff that you know. And so it was first that. And after that, I knew all this relationship stuff. I had the notes. Like, I was like, man, you know all this relationship stuff. Why you ain't making videos about that? And,
Yeah, for sure.
hey, so then that's when I came out with the series Relationship Wednesday. And if you know me, you know I had the series Relationship Wednesday. And I started
Okay.
doing that. And then I really kind of got my local buzz from Relationship Wednesday. And I just wanted to know, just from trauma that I've seen and personal experience and from just things that I heard, I just wanted to help people have healthy relationships because healthy relationships is probably the most important thing. Relationship is everything.
Yeah, Tia Shoots. I'll say Tia. Ty
Yeah,
Shoots said, we need more positive people like him.
for sure. And I
Yeah.
just yeah, man, I just wanted to teach what I was studying and practicing and change my life. And I wanted to do the same thing for other people. And I
Yeah.
know this information that I got that I have got through pain allowed me to change my life. And I want to change other people's life with the same information. No point of keeping the information to yourself, or take it to the grave with you. It's people out here who need to know what you know, and they need your help. And so if you have anything to share, please share it and really get it out there to people who need it.
The boy Coach Tim, man. Hey, Coach Tim, this is what we do, man, on the show. We discuss different topics and stuff like that. I know you be motivating, you inspirational and stuff like that. Hey, how can they find you before we jump on some of these topics, man? See if we could, get you to chop it up with some of these topics. How can they find Coach Tim?
So all my social media is Millennial Coach TC. Millennial Coach TC on Instagram, on TikTok, and my Facebook is Timothy Clifton. My YouTube is Millennial Coach TC. So if you want to find me, you can even Google me. If you want to Google me, Millennial Coach TC.
Have you Googled yourself and you say you find?
Absolutely. I had to try.
Yeah, for sure. That boy said I Google myself. Yes, you could Google me, man. Hey, I think somebody used to say that. Google me. It was some chick be like, Google me, Google me.
That's a big flex right there.
Yeah, for sure. Google me or whatever. So let's get to some of these topics, man. Let's chop it up, man. And I be seeing you in the gym. You be doing your thing. You be working out. You be consistent and stuff like that. And you think social media wants to no. My bad. Let me take that out. That's the wrong one. Has body shaming forced women and men to get surgery instead of doing what you're doing as far as like working out, taking the longer road, You think social media is forcing these people to go get these surgeries, go get these BBLs and stuff like that? You think it's putting pressure on people like that as far as, body wise? Because you in the gym doing your thing. So what do you think about that?
I think it's 50-50 actually. I think it's 50% of you seeing people in the gym on social media and you not knowing their story and you not knowing how they got there. Now, don't get me wrong, you do have people out here taking things and stuff like that, but it are people who is like me, who is straight natural, who just get it off of just grinding. And I think a lot of people may see something on social media, like somebody with abs, somebody with nice arms, somebody with a nice chest, etc. And what happens is a lot of times they look at that and they start comparing themselves. And comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh,
So
snap.
when you compare yourself and you not knowing what it took to get there, you don't want to put in the work, they try to find other options. And not knowing that them other options is not healthy down the line, long term. And so I think social media do plays a role in it, because social media shows us the highlights of people's life. It don't really show too much of the backstory of what they had to do to get there. Even me, like I flex my arms on social media. You feel me? I show the abs that I've been working to get and stuff like that. And so somebody may look at me and be like, man, he got them big arms. Like, instead of them asking me how I got it, they start looking at their arms. They start looking at their body, and they go to the gym for a week and they ain't got it. And now you upset at yourself looking in the mirror because you ain't got it, not knowing that it took me years to even be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they don't be seeing the journey, and you know what? That's what makes like great content from people. Because you show them the journey. You don't just show them like, the end result. So when they follow you through the journey, that just makes great content that makes them follow you and stuff like that. Yeah. On a content creator type thing or whatever. But like you said, they don't see the journey. They just see the end process. Yeah. And so a lot of people, they can't handle going through the journey. They be like, damn, it takes this long. It takes this much patience. It takes this much discipline. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that part. They just understand, hey, if I work out, and then sometimes like when you work out, you don't even see results like in like 2-3 weeks in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It just like pops up on you. Like all of a sudden you just like, hold on, like I see this ab, it's not like, or whatever and stuff like that. But I mean, a lot of people, they not ready for the journey stuff like that. So like when you say social media, you just kind of send them the end results or whatever, the finished product. And that's like a lot of people post, what I'm saying, the finished product. So, shout out to my boy Chris Roy, man. Shout out to you, my brother. Miss Garcia, she back on the scene. Where you been? Where have you been, ma'am? Shout out to you. But yeah, social media can be misleading or whatever, but yeah, I think like,
So what you think about it? about that?
Yeah, I think like social media does put pressure on a lot of people because a lot of people not gonna show the journey. They just gonna show the end result.
Yeah,
They not gonna show, um, like you said, going through depression.
yeah.
They not gonna show all that. They just gonna show you the things that that's gonna look good for them. You know what I'm
So
saying?
I got
Not
a question now.
Yeah,
You
go ahead.
said that because I know a lot of people who do cry on social media.
Mm-hmm.
They get shamed for attention seeking.
They do. Yeah,
So
for sure.
so how do we go better as a culture and as a just the world period when somebody is crying out and they not getting shamed and say nothing wrong with you, you just want attention? Because I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I feel like when you crying out, or I
Hmm.
won't even say crying out, when you posting all your business and not doing the work behind the scenes, you attention seeking.
Yeah,
If you really doing the work though, I can see it. I can see that.
yeah,
What you think about that?
yeah. I'll be honest with you, man. Like, you got to really check on your friends, man. Like, regardless if you see them on social media doing good,
Yeah.
regardless if they might be traveling or they posting this and that, man, you still got to check on your friends because you never know. They might be posting that to cover up a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and and they might be checking up on you, but you got to check up on them. And I think like if one of my friends did do something like that on social media, if I had their number and stuff like that, I wouldn't even hit them on social media like, hey, everything all right? Nah, I'm calling them.
Yeah.
I'm asking, can I come over? Because I'm gonna talk to them. Because if it got to a point where they got to post it on social media, that mean that I'm not gonna say I wasn't doing my job as a friend, but that means that I don't think they're attention seeking. I don't think I think if somebody posts them crying on social media, any kind of emotions on social media, if they're going through something,
Yeah.
I don't think that's attention seeking. I think they really do need somebody to talk to or somebody to help them out, bro. Because
Yeah.
man, life is hard out there, man. Life is stressful,
Yeah.
and I don't want to get on a particular topic as far as why life's stressful because it's different reasons.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking about like as far as like a single parent, you know what I'm saying, with no help out there, you know what I'm saying, taking care of their kids solo. One income is tough.
Yeah.
That's stressful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I could see somebody crying out for help on social media because these bills is crazy.
Yeah.
These bills is ridiculous. Everything going up and stuff like that. So I could understand somebody crying out for just somebody to talk to and somebody to understand them because it's a relief.
Yeah.
You talking to somebody and they understand what you're going through and y'all can relate and y'all can have that conversation. It's therapeutic. So when I see people, because I see it all the time, you see it all the time. When we see people post these messages on Facebook, I don't never say they crying out for help. I just say, man, I hope one of their friends, one of their close friends or family reach out to them, go talk to them and help them out. Because I didn't see people talking about they ready to end their life and all kind of things
Yeah.
or whatever. And I didn't even really know these people. I'm Facebook friends with them, but I didn't even know them. And I'll inbox them. I'll be like, look, I don't know you. But whatever you're going through, you know what I'm saying? I just tell them some kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like if we Facebook friends and shit, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I should be able to inbox you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I don't know you, we Facebook friends. If I can't inbox you, then we don't need to be friends. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're going through something and I can't inbox you, and then we don't need to be Facebook friends or whatever. So it's been several people I didn't hit up like that or whatever. And I mean, shit, if I was going through it or whatever, because I think at one point, I think a lot of us all went through depression. I didn't went through depression before, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people don't have help. They don't have a strong circle that'll hit them up, man. They just gotta fight through it or
Yeah.
whatever. So, I think the time when I went through depression, I think what helped me out, to be honest with you, was like exercising.
Facts. Hey,
Bro.
that's the number one thing I tell people. But that work. It was more than exercising for me. It
Hmm.
was a whole lifestyle change. So it was exercising. It was meditating. It was affirmations. It was just working on
Mm,
myself as a whole
yeah.
is what changed me overall. And so this product, when I talk about the going from 1.0 to 2.0, it's a lifestyle change. It wasn't just one thing. But exercising is one of the I still do it to this day. You let me go 2 days without exercising.
Mm,
My mental is it get bad. The patience is not there. So exercising is a life changer for me. And I tell anybody, that's the first thing I tell people who deal with any type of mental health issues. Like, go try to you don't have to be lifting weights like me. Just go walk around the block. Like, just do something.
Mm-hmm.
And I can do the scientific facts behind it too. You know what I'm saying? You work out 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day, exercise a day, it boosts your serotonin. It boosts your dopamine, give you a dopamine hit.
Mm.
So serotonin, if you don't know, is the drug in your brain that makes you happy. So if you can get this 30 minutes to 45 minutes of exercising, wherever that exercise may be, if you going to the gym, if you walking, if you jogging around the block, whatever it may be, push-ups, whatever it may be,
Mm-hmm.
it gives you a permanent boost of serotonin for the day. And so I talk about this a lot.
Coach Tim.
You have to prepare for the day before your day start. And I was just telling you off camera, that's why I wake up at 5:45
Mm-hmm.
to get my day started for myself before my day actually start. So I have on my armor, that I like to call it. I have on my vest. I have on my helmet for anything that get thrown my way throughout the day. I'm prepared because I gave myself that time. I
Mm.
already prepared myself mentally. I prepared myself spiritually. I prepared myself physically. So whatever get thrown my way during the day, I got my armor on.
Yeah.
And you have to do that. And so exercising is a big factor, a major factor for me and being a life changer. And also, you have to know that healing is an endless journey. It's
Ooh,
something you got to do every day.
I like that.
You got to do that every day.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't take. I like to call it a job with no vacation. A job with no vacation.
A lot of people don't want to hear that. A job with no vacation. Like, what the hell? Hell nah, bro.
You
You
don't
better
get
give
no
me a
PTO or
vacation.
nothing.
Yeah, goddamn. Sick days?
No sick day. A job with no vacation.
Yeah.
The grind is hard, but when you fall in love with the lifestyle, it don't even become a grind. It don't even become like a job with no vacation no more.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes your life. It called you do it or you die.
Yeah.
You do it or you die. And when you have that mindset about your lifestyle or bettering yourself, you do it every day. That's just you. And
Yeah.
so Coach TC was built off the 2.0 me. And so I like to stay in that.
When did Coach TC when did that become? When did that happen?
So Coach TC was born during COVID.
Okay. Like 2020?
2020. And a lot of people know you had a lot of downtime.
Mm-hmm. Facts
In the
though.
house.
Yep.
So my downtime was studying mental health, studying relationships, studying successful people, and that I still do to this day. And so that was when I was in the house all day, I used to do home workouts in the
Mm-hmm.
morning. I do my affirmations, I meditated, and then I studied. I listened to podcasts the whole day. No
Yeah.
TV,
Mm.
cut off the game,
Mm-hmm.
listening and studying the whole day. Did my content.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did that, it created, I won't even say created, it born or birthed what was already inside of me that I didn't know. I
Mm.
feel like a lot of people got stuff inside them that they don't know they have until you work on yourself. And then you get this new you that's not really a new you. It's just the better you. And you have to stay consistent with it to consistently get the better you. And so I just want to be the 2.0 me. And if I can be the 2.0 me consistently, everything that's supposed to happen in my life going to happen.
Yeah, and I like what you said. What you did was like, I mean, you worked on yourself,
Yeah.
and you took the time and you took the commitment, and you zoned everything out. And a lot of people, man, it's hard for them to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as zoning themselves out and get themselves mentally, physically, emotionally,
Yeah.
like healed, man. Like you said, like working on yourself, like that's never ending. You know, and to be honest with you, like I can't tell you like the date of the year when I started, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as like having like a positive mentality. It just, you know, over life it just came to me where like it was like being negative is never gonna get me nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I can't fulfill my goals and my dreams by being negative. That
Yeah.
you know, thinking that it's gonna fail. You
Yeah.
can't have a goal and be like, oh man, I don't know. Like you can't have that type of mindset. So like I got to a point where I was, watching affirmations and just motivating myself and writing down goals that I wanted to achieve or whatever, and just wanting to better myself and understanding what it took for me to better myself. And like you say, man, you're not gonna really see the growth
Mhm.
weeks in. It's just gonna come to you and be like, damn, like, man, the growth is real. It's just gonna hit you. You're not gonna see it. It's just gonna hit you. It's kind of like when you get a haircut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that week, like after you get a haircut, like the week you don't really see the growth
Yeah.
of your hair, and then like 2-3 weeks in, you're like, damn, I need a haircut.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, it didn't grew like that fast. Like it just hits you. You just don't expect it like that or whatever. But I mean, you got to really want it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And some people, they got to have their back to the wall, you know what I'm saying? For them to do that growth, or, to do certain things and be committed. And like you say, like waking up at 5:45, like it be sometimes like I be up like on my off days.
Yeah.
Like, I'm off tomorrow. I guarantee I'm gonna be up like at 6 a.m.,
Yeah.
6:30 or something like that. And then my homeboy be like, bro, you up? Like, yeah. He like, you off? I'm like, yeah. He like, why you up? I'm like, bro, it's 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what time should I get up? At 11? The half the
Yeah.
day's gone. You know what I'm saying? I got things I gotta do or whatever. But man, I love that how you said healing is a never ending journey, man.
Oh
And
yeah.
growth is a never you growth, you always want to grow.
Yep.
Like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you see LeBron James, he constantly practices every day, even though he's at the top of his level.
Yep.
Just because you get at the top, that don't mean you stop, doing the things that got you there. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you want to grow and do something else. Just like if he retires one day, he might want to be a general manager. It just don't stop. You still got to grow and have goals set for yourself. And I think like no matter if you 60, 70, 50, 40, 30, I think like goals, you should always want goals. And I think it's important to write your goals down too.
Absolutely. I had made a video about it. You gotta write your goal down. You gotta see it. And I
Yeah.
got a thing that I do every day called my today's list. And so,
Mm,
and this what I wanted to say too to people who may say, I tried so many times. I seen somebody actually in the comments say, I tried so many times. It don't matter how many times you try, as long as you have strength and breath in your body, you can always try again. And I gotta, just to be honest, all these things that I'm talking about, I wasn't consistent until this year.
mm,
I haven't, I will always fall off. I'll always get back on, fall off, get back on. And it wasn't until this year I said, I'm making a commitment. Cause I kept saying to myself, man, I wonder if I would have been consistent. Where would this be at? Man, I wonder if I would have been consistent. Where would this be at? And
mm-hmm,
this year I said, I'm gonna make one resolution, and that's to be consistent. And whatever comes with being consistent, it's supposed to come. And I'm gonna be totally fine with that because I know I put in the work and I was consistent. And I think you have to get that mindset of it don't matter if I don't get the results that I want right away. I put in the work.
mm,
And that's what one thing I love about the gym is it's fair. That's why I love the gym. If you go there for a year to lose weight and you go in there consistently and do your diet, you're gonna lose weight.
mm-hmm.
If you don't go, you're not gonna lose weight. It's fair. That's just how it is. And
Yeah,
that's why I
yeah.
love the gym. And so in life, you have to just be consistent and don't worry about the results because the results is going to come. You just have to do your part. You only can control four things in life: what you think,
Mm,
what you see, what you do, and what you say. I mean, not what you feel. So what you do, what you feel, what you think, and what you say. I'm gonna say it again: what you think, what you feel, what you do, and what you say. It's the only four things you control. And so as long as I know I got those four things in my possession every day, I'm going to make sure I take care of them four things. I'm going to make sure I watch what I say. It is full of positivity.
mm-hmm,
I'm going to make sure I think positivity. I'm going to make sure I do what's need to be my best self. And I'm going to make sure I feel amazing. I feel great. And if I do all those things, it all goes into like it's like a machine. You think, and then what you think you feel. and what you feel, you do. You put it into action. And so when you have that type of system going on, you have no choice but to be successful.
Yeah, facts though. Yeah, and the gym concept, yeah, because what you put in is what you get out.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't compare yourself if you going like once a week to somebody that's going like 4 or 5 times a day. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you
you
can't compare your
you
you
can't
can't
compare.
compare your arms to my arms, and I'm going 5 6 times a week.
Yeah, for sure. Patricia say yes, coach. Yes, coach Tim.
Yeah, man. I feel like everybody can do it too.
Yeah.
Everybody can be their 2.0 self. You don't have to stay at 1.0. You can be the 2.0.
Mm,
Just put the work in. Be consistent. What they say, trust the process. Just like your podcast.
yeah.
We were just talking. You didn't start off this way.
Nah, I didn't.
You didn't start off, but it took your consistency that allows you to scale up. And a lot of people have to know, as long as I'm doing my part, whatever comes with what's doing my part, I am totally fine with that. And that's how you should think about everything you do.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, um, like a lot of people they think they try hard, but you know, consistence you gotta kind of like with being consistent, everybody just don't it just don't happen for them like that. And like you say, you became consistent this year, and I think a lot of people beat themselves up when they're not consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand it's a process. Like it don't, it's not easy to be consistent.
Nope.
You got a lot of things that might distract you. If you got kids, you know what I'm saying, that it might prevent you from doing certain things and stuff like that. And you can't beat yourself up if you're not consistent. You just got to understand that, it's still a goal, it's still a process,
Mhm.
and you're still growing to be more consistent. Because if somebody does go, I mean, we go keep it on the gym thing. So if somebody does go like 4 times a day, or not 4 times, I mean 4 times a week or whatever, but they're trying to go 5 times, that's their goal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go 5 times or whatever. And it's a process. You building up to that level
Yeah.
to get, consistent. The hell they doing back there? Or whatever. But they building up to that process to being consistent and stuff like that. And you got to understand that, it's a goal, it's a process. You trying to get to that.
Yeah. And when you have goals and you set goals, understand that every day I don't do everything on my today's list. But I try again tomorrow. If I try, as long as I gave 100% of my effort into getting everything done on this list, and I couldn't for whatever reason I couldn't, I know I'm gonna try again tomorrow. And I think a lot of people, what they do is mess up one time, like you said, they hard on themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and they just give it up totally. And that's a quote that says, "When the plan don't work, don't change the goal. Keep the goal, just change the plan."
Yeah.
And so waking up at 6:30, I was waking up at 6:30. That wasn't working for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to change the plan and keep the goal. So I started waking up at 5:45. That works for me. It give me more time to do what I need to do and complete my list. And so I have no excuses. You just got to figure it out. Like I just said, just because you don't know the information, that don't give you an excuse to not go figure it out.
Yeah.
You just got to figure it out.
You know what? Um, Back in 2019 or 2018, when I was going through my little depression or my little phase or whatever, like when I used to go jogging, man, like when I make a lap,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a goal, man. Like when you first start off, man, the finish line, it might seem way out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I gotta go way out there, and that's how your goal is. You know what I'm saying? You look at it and it's way over there. And you're like, damn, I don't know if I'm gonna reach it. But when you keep working and you keep grinding, then you're like, damn, I'm halfway there. You know what I'm saying? And when you're halfway there, you can't really look back. Now you didn't went too far to turn back around. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And now that kind of helps push you to be like, okay, I could do this. And you get closer and closer, and that motivates you to be like, damn, I could actually cross this finish line, or damn, I could actually complete this goal or whatever. And to be honest with you, a lot of goals are not they're not easy. They're not meant to be easy. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was easy, then everybody would do it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the effort and it's the time that you put and you commit to wanting to be great. And like even like doing this podcast, like I do this podcast on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? It's no, you know how many things I could be doing on a Friday. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So I always thank every guest that I be having come on here. I'd be like, yo, I appreciate you for coming on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. I always say that if y'all watch my podcast at the end of the show, I always thank every guest that comes on because they came on a Friday when they could be doing anything. They could be traveling, they could be going out to eat with their family, they could be hitting a club, they could be going turn out, but instead they came had adult conversation with your boy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm appreciative that. And a lot of people are not gonna do that. A lot of podcasts is not going live or doing their thing on Fridays. It might be on a Wednesday, it might be on a Tuesday, it might be on a Thursday. But on a Friday, when you're off, a lot of people is not trying to do that. But it's the commitment that I put for myself. And just like anybody else, whatever your commitment is, then that's what your commitment is, man. And you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. You work for what you get and stuff like that. Shout out to my boy Colbert, man. What it do, my G? I'm hoping you have a great weekend. He said y'all out here dropping free gems. Good stuff, fellas. Yeah, for sure, man. I got Coach Tim in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the Kickback Podcast, man, episode 133. Y'all can watch this right now on YouTube. We on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. It's on any place or any avenue you could watch a podcast or listen to a podcast. Y'all can check this out or whatever. I got him. Y'all can find him on IG, Facebook. How can they find you again?
Millennial Coach TC on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. My Facebook is Timothy Clifton Jr. And you can Google me. Like I said before, you can Google me if you can't
Google
find
him.
it. Millennial Coach TC. You can Google me if you want to.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm on all platforms. All platforms, giving out motivation. I'm about self-development.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
all about self-development.
Young guy doing his thing out there, man. We like to criticize the youngsters out there, the young men, the teens, or whatever the case may be, females or ladies out there. We like to criticize the young generation. Well, I got a Coach Tim, someone from the young generation out there motivating, and just dropping, you know what I'm saying, healthy jewels for anybody who wants to listen or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna talk down on the younger generation because look, I got Coach Tim in the background and he just giving out free game, you know what I'm saying, and inspiration for anybody that wants to hear it and stuff like that. Hey, are you working on a book? I thought you said you was working on a book or something.
I was working on a book.
Was
working on a book. Still in process.
okay.
But I kind of paused the book to start my clothing brand.
Yeah, tell us about the clothing brand, man.
Yeah, so the clothing brand, Time is Money. That's the clothing brand name.
Time is money.
This clothing brand, I've been having this vision since I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to go to the mall, go get the name heat pressed on the t-shirts and wear them to school. And stuff
Yeah,
like
for
that.
sure.
So I've been having this vision, but it wasn't until, man, this is a real quote right here. When God give you thoughts and these visions, He giving it to you because He wants you to do it. And so I kept having this vision about this clothing brand, and I guess it was a little bit of being hesitant and being a little doubtful of myself, and I just never started it. And I remember I had a friend who he started his clothing brand, and me and him in the car, he was telling me about it, and then I seen him start it, and and in my head, I'm like, man, I'm behind. I've been supposed to do this. I've been having since I was in 11th grade.
Yeah,
I'm behind. And that's still, and even then, I still didn't start it, but I always would keep getting these visions of me having my clothing brand. And it wasn't until one day, the beginning of this year, like I said, I told y'all I was gonna be consistent this year. So we was in his storage.
Yeah,
in his storage. Now his storage got his clothing brand stuff in the storage, and he said, "Man, you should have started that Time Money brand." He said, "Cause that's a true quote." He's like, "I was just talking about that yesterday," and it was that moment in my head. I was like, "I'm doing it." And so got my bread up, got the money for the startup. I put my money where my mouth is. And now he's here today.
Yeah.
Here today. And I'm proud of that, just to have a vision turn into reality. And somebody had just told me yesterday, he was like, man, it was cool seeing that you was talking about starting it, and then now I see you
Mm-hmm.
started it. And now he want to start it. And so I mean, it's just about that. Like turning your visions to reality, turning your dreams to manifest it. And you gotta know when you do that, man, when God giving you these thoughts, or whoever you believe in give you these thoughts, they not just to be thoughts. It's so you can get it. That means if he giving you that, you can get it. You can achieve it.
My boy Bear, he said dope EP so far. Following the young brother right now.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Hey, follow my boy Bear on IG. He has a dope podcast. It's on YouTube also. Bear with Me podcast is pretty dope. Smart brother right there, man. Y'all need to check him out. He's on the podcast. He's a known, you know what I'm saying, co-host that comes on the podcast frequently. Chop it up with your boy, you know what I'm saying. Bear with Me podcast. Appreciate you. When you ever in town, man, come chop it up with your boy. You come sit in the studio, man, and chop it up with you, man. Um, appreciate you, LaShawn. She said y'all dropping some great gems. We appreciate that or whatever. She say, what's the brand and where you dropping it at, Pat?
The brand is Thomas Money. That's the brand name. You can go follow my brand page on Instagram at Thomas Money Apparel.
Mm.
Thomas Money Apparel. Actually, if you got the bag right there or no?
No, I gave the
So I
bag,
got it.
the bag,
But
and
yeah, it's
shit. My bad.
Thomas Money Apparel on Instagram and TikTok. And then you'll see me post it regularly on my pages too. So if you have me on Facebook, you'll see me posting it. I got a green and white shirt that's gonna drop in probably about a
Ooh,
month.
the green and white.
Green and forest green.
Oh, that's my favorite color, man. One of my favorite colors.
Green and
Forest green and blue.
green, white and green, forest green. Thomas Money shirt. Go drop. I'm gonna be posting it everywhere. Trust me, I'm gonna be posting it everywhere. Make sure y'all shop with me. Good quality,
Mm-hmm.
good logo.
It felt like it was good quality too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm only go give out good quality because I want people to wear it. I want people to continue to wear it, and
Yep.
I don't want to give nobody no cheap stuff.
Yeah, you give them a shirt and then they can't wear. They wear it like 2 times. Yeah.
And it's falling off.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
don't want to do all that. I really care about people. I care about the
Mm-hmm.
money they spend, and I care about my image too. So
yeah,
I like to keep a good image.
images.
So,
The images, everything.
yeah. So if y'all ever see me posting whenever I make drops, please shop with me. I'm trying to follow the journey and come on and join the Thomas Money family. Yeah, man, you won't be disappointed.
You won't be disappointed. I got a shirt. It feels good. Feel like good quality. It ain't one of them light shirts. When you gave it, I was like, man, this shirt, hey,
kind of heavy.
It's a little heavy, but it's not heavy. But it's definitely not no cheap Hanes shirt or something like that. That's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You could just, it's like it's no weight to it at all or whatever. So, but yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I got Coach Tim on the scene, man. One of the first in guest you know what I'm saying, host that I didn't came on the Kickback podcast. Usually we do it via social, but he stopped by the studio and you know what I'm saying, he came to drop gems and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying, you know how we do. Yeah, Green.
We've been speaking on motivation. Let's get them some relationships. I think that's what they.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I
Let's
damn.
get them relationships.
Damn. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, man. Because I got some topics on top of topics and stuff like that. But somebody very close to me asked me this question. They said, you need to talk about this during the show. I said, all right, okay, cool. And it was like, why are women more likely to give the man a second chance? So why do you think women are more forgiving than men, Coach Tim? What do you think about that?
So my personal thought is when I'm gonna start out with the man first. So when a man love, not saying women don't love hard, right?
Yeah.
When a man love a woman, especially when he's like 100% committed to her,
yes,
that means he's like deep, really, really, really deep.
Mm.
Because it's so hard for a man now to be that vulnerable. Feel me? So when a man is that vulnerable to a woman, as hard as it is for men in general to be vulnerable in today's time, that means he really, 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 really love you. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when a woman do something to a man, he take it deeper. It's like
Yeah.
it's like it. The pain is unbearable.
The pain is more because you know what? Us men, we don't open up a lot.
Yeah,
So when we do open up to that female, like we hurt, man. We hurt. It is we take that hurt a little different or whatever. But I mean, like you saying, and I think it's a pride thing too.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? As far as when a man goes, when a female when she cheat or whatever, we take that we take that really deeply. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I know it's it's I can't think of the word right now, but
What is it called?
I can't think of the word, but I don't
I
want.
can't. I know what you mean though.
Yeah, because I know
Double
like
standards. That's what they call it.
yeah, it's a double standard thing, but you know when a woman does it, it's just like you ever seen that movie? What is it, Best Man?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Best Man, and he thought his wife was a virgin
yeah,
or whatever, and he found out that his wife actually messed around with another guy or
yeah,
whatever, and he was hurt, and he was a star football player. He didn't
yeah.
smash.
When you almost do threw the dude out the window.
Yeah, he didn't smash hundreds of chicks.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you feel like when a woman cheat, it's out of emotions? It's emotional.
It seems like that's the trend that's going around now. That women cheat, you know, it's more of an emotional thing, and men when they cheat, it's just like it's no emotions
It ain't
involved.
nothing. That's what they say.
It ain't no emotions involved. I think it's somewhat true, but some of these women out here, man, hey, they want to smash. They want to smash just as more than the man want to smash.
Absolutely.
They want to smash you and just have you under the belt. Like, yeah, I knocked him down. Especially if you got a status.
Well, see, I feel like that's true to a certain extent. I know they have some out there who's like that, but a lot of times what I found to come true, just from personal experience, from friends' experience, is when you get a woman emotional, when she get emotional attached to you,
Mm.
that goes out the window. That keep you under the belt goes out the window. It begins to be, I want you now. Like I need you. Didn't got me to this point, and then they get mad, and then the man be like, "Well, you knew what we was doing, from the
Mhm.
beginning." And so, how you feel about that when the man? I feel like as long as the man is being honest, as long as y'all both know what's going on, then that should be what it is. And if you
Mm.
can't accept everything that goes into the agreement that y'all made, do not do it.
Yeah,
What
but
you
feelings always get involved, you know what I'm saying, as far as if they become like the little side chick, you know what I'm saying, it becomes like a just having sex thing, then
Yeah.
one of them the feelings is gonna get a little deeper.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, especially if you smack. The sex is already good, so somebody eventually is gonna take it to that next step. They're gonna want to eventually learn you. They're gonna eventually want to do more than just have sex. They want to go on a date. They might want to spend some more quality time, and it always developed to where one person is gonna want to at least want more from that situation that develops and stuff. Let's see what Pat said. Pat says that what do women do when a man loves you? You know he does, but he doesn't want us to commit in a relationship.
So
He loves you, but he doesn't want to commit in a relationship. What do you think that means? He got somebody on the side?
I feel like he really don't love you. If he
Talk
don't
to him,
want to
Coach Tim.
commit, if man don't want to commit, then he really don't love you
Mm.
like you think he. You feel me? Because let's be honest, like we just said, when a man really really love you, he has no problem committing. Now, let's it also depends. Let me backtrack a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because I know a lot of people say the little subject about man and they don't want to marry right away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like to a certain extent, a man could not be ready right now, and that's okay. He might love you, but he might not be ready right now.
Mm-hmm.
But he's gonna let you in on his process, and he's gonna be honest with you throughout the whole process of what he got going on. So
Mm.
you won't be blinded. You won't be wondering why this not happening. He's gonna let you know because he have that much love for you. And it all depends on if you're willing to wait and if you think it's worth it. And if you think this man is being really truthful to the process that he say he's on. And sometimes that happens. And it all depends on you though. But it depends on what type of commitment you're talking about. But I feel like in general, if he's not trying to commit or at least let you in on his process of committing, he's not showing that in action, then he don't really love you like he said he do. That's
Yeah,
my
I
take.
mean, yeah, I mean, because if he loves you, he's gonna definitely commit.
Yeah.
It's nothing stopping from that man. If he loves you, it's nothing stopping him from committing unless he has somebody on the side that he's messing with too. You know, and that's what this show is about. You know what I'm saying? The difference between love and like. So I don't know if he actually loves you. I think he actually just likes you a lot.
And that can be true too.
Because like I said, I mean, if you love somebody, man, I mean, you care about their feelings. I mean, like, and as far as men, you know what I'm saying? A man can really say, you can't really go about if somebody says, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Because those words are kind of easy to say.
Yeah.
You can say that with like, yeah, she be like, you love me? Yeah, I love you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a guy can say that with no emotions that tied to that at all. You know what I'm saying? You can't really pay attention to that. I mean, if somebody really loves you, then it's no stopping them from committing. Why do you not want to commit if you love me? You got to ask yourself that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, love is. I mean, you can tell love is. It's not a saying. It's like an action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's energy. So
It's the commitment.
yeah, it's the commitment. So if he's committed all the way, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no stopping unless he's still dibbling and dabbling. So I mean, and Patricia say he is. So Patricia, have you asked him why he hasn't committed? Have you asked him personally, like, well, why you don't want to commit to the relationship? If he truly loves you, he should be ready to commit. What kind of commitment are you talking about? Are you talking about like marriage, or are you just talking about just saying we're committed into a relationship? We love each other and we're in a relationship. Like what's this commitment? What are you talking about as far as marriage? Now that's a different thing.
Yeah, that's why I said it depends on what type of commitment you talking about.
Yeah. Like marriage, that's different. Because you know what I'm saying? I got a friend of mine and she been in a relationship with her man for about like 3-4 years. And she's trying to take it to that next level. She's ready for him to commit.
So do you while we waiting on her response, do you feel like it's a certain time frame to get married to somebody after
Mm.
y'all been together for so long?
Yeah, I think so.
I do too.
I think
What's
so.
your time frame?
I mean, it can vary. So this is our opinion. Don't kill us. Don't kill us when we give our opinion. But I think after 5 years, if you with somebody, if you're living with them, then you should know if you want to marry that person or not. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I think after 5 years, if you don't know, then y'all need to have a conversation. Y'all need to have a conversation of, hey, where do we want to take this relationship? What's the goals for our relationship? And because I think eventually somebody's gonna want to get married.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying both of y'all might not want to get married, but eventually somebody's gonna be like, look, we've been together so long. I think it's time for us to get married, or I at least need to get a ring or something or whatever. But I think after 5 years, man, if you living with that person, uh, y'all building something together, you know what I'm saying, as far as like a goal and stuff like that. If y'all want to have a family, then I would think that after 5 years, the guy or the female would understand, like, okay, this is the person.
I feel like you should know maybe sooner than that.
You gonna know sooner than
Just
that for
because
sure. You gonna know sooner
just
than that.
because of the simple fact of it is that you don't find wife material. You don't find good people. They just
Mm,
they like that when you meet them.
yeah,
You don't have to train them to be the wife. You don't have to. They go be like that when you meet. When it's supposed to happen, it's gonna be like that. Whenever y'all meet,
yeah,
like she got it, he got it.
yeah,
It shouldn't be You shouldn't have to create somebody to, to try to be
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
want. You
yeah.
feel me? Like you shouldn't have to do that because now you're changing them as a person. If
You
they not
definitely
already,
shouldn't have to create the person you want to marry if they're not that person. Now, like when me and my wife was got together, I wasn't the same person I am now.
yeah, you grow.
The mindset changed,
Yeah,
but I knew immediately that she was different from the rest of the females that I was dating.
yeah,
I knew like within like the first week. I was like, okay, she's definitely different
yeah.
from and I like this. And I said, let's see where this goes. And
Mhm.
we grew together. We started growing together. We eventually moved in. We eventually started, making goals as far as a relationship. That's what we want to do. And then it developed into like what we have now or whatever. So I like to bring up like how we first started, because when we first started, I didn't have no bank account. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The money was just in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like she helped me get a bank account and everything. And I think like when you get with somebody, when y'all helping each other grow
yeah. That's
and
it.
stuff like that, you going through the motions together. I think
Yeah,
that's really like um I think that's really like love, because you see like a lot of these entertainers, they already have everything and stuff like that. So when they get together, you know what I'm saying, they be like, oh, they're a couple, and then like 6 months later they broke up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They didn't build nothing together. You know what I'm saying? And it's when they break up, it's like it's like nothing. I go back to doing my thing, you go back to doing your thing.
yeah.
But when you kind of like start off with somebody and y'all mentally grow together and y'all accomplish shit, is like it hits way more different as far as stuff. But okay, Patricia said, she said his energy and his AX shows me that he loves me. And I know that he loves me, but I don't understand why he doesn't want to go further with our relationship. And then she also said, I think he's scared of commitment from past experiences, but I don't know how to help him understand that it is different with me. How long y'all been together, Pat?
Also, to their response is when you only can do so much as a person. When trying to deal with people who have things like that, when you feel like they have this trauma and they scared of doing something, that's something they gotta do themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so he as a man have to do the work on his own. Like you can't really do the work for him. And it's up to you to decide if he's worth waiting for. So it's all on you at the end of the day. If you feel like this man is worth waiting for and you see it can go somewhere, and also don't let the potential get in front of the reality. Don't
Mm.
let what could be get in the way of what it is. And so also know your worth and know that yeah, this may could be something, but it's not. And so I'm gonna go to what it is instead of what could be. And I think that happens a lot of time with people is they stay in something because they so stuck on what it could be. You don't want to do that because then you start wasting your time. You
They
don't
stuck
want
on the potential.
stuck on the potential instead of the reality.
Yeah, my boy Bass said to Patricia, he might be one of those dudes that feel like he might be missing out by settling down. Man, that's a good option too, Bear.
Yeah, they could be too.
Yep, that's a good. That's a
But
good.
but but if you feel like you missing out, he said by settling down or by not settling down.
By settling down, he feel like he might be missing out.
But he not at the point. He not ready to love yet. He's not. He ain't there yet. And
Mm-mm.
you need to leave. You need to go because he still want to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
He's not ready to make a commitment. He's not ready for responsibility. He still want to have fun, and that's okay if he's come out and be like, "Hey, just being honest, I don't want that right now. I just want to have fun." And like I said, once again, it's all on you to make your move and go at what path you want to go on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I agree with you. And okay, Bear said to piggyback, with TC say you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't force it to drink.
Absolutely. I say that all the time.
Yeah, for sure. And then you know what I'm saying, the importance of him losing you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That hurt.
yeah.
They
So
really love you. That hurt.
yeah. So if he like really love you, like, yeah, the importance of him losing you, like that factors in. that factors in. I mean, I be doing a lot of manifestation. You know what I'm saying? I be talking to the stars. I be doing my thing or whatever. And I be like, you know what I'm saying, as far as success, whatever goals that I achieve and that I accomplish, like I want to accomplish that with with my wife because I feel like she deserves that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like nobody else deserves it before but her, and because of the love that she showed me and the love that we have for each other. And you know, and the loss, I'm not. It ain't no scared or no loss of losing her because I know how committed we are. But when you committed and you love somebody, then I mean, like you're not scared to like take it to the next level.
Yeah,
If you love somebody, there's nothing that's gonna scare you to take it to the next level. Now, marriage, I mean, you work into a marriage, you know what I'm saying? But that's why you get engaged if you do.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Just in case just because you're getting engaged, that don't mean you got to get married right away.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like you get engaged, you work, you see, what it's gonna take, your goals and all that, and and all those type of things. You know what I'm saying? As far as it involves the relationship, but if that man loves you, he is not scared to commit to you. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing, even past relationships, because we all grown here.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all grown. We all had bad relationships.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that past relationship, that relationship, that chick that cheated on you,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, a while back, if you get with somebody, yeah, you're gonna be a little hesitant. But when you get to the point where you love that person, you're not thinking about that ex that cheated on you 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That ex that stole something from you 4 years ago. You're not thinking about that. You're thinking about the person that you are in love with. You know what I'm saying? That means that man hasn't self healed.
Yep, absolutely. I was
He
just
ain't self healed yet. He has not healed yet for him to commit to you 100%. And that's what it is. If
and
he's
it's
still thinking about that ex,
yep,
he has not healed.
and it's not your fault.
Nah, that's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? It's not your fault at all. Um, but you need to tell him and you need to let him know that he has not healed to truly move on and be committed into the relationship, unfortunately.
And another thing you can look at, if when you have the conversation with him about healing, if he's willing to do the work, then maybe that is something you can stay in because now
Mm-hmm.
you can see his commitment. Uh that's some process
Yeah, facts.
to his commitment. Now, if he says, I don't want to go to therapy. I don't want to go talk to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I don't this, that, and third. If he shows that he rejecting your help by giving him some tips on how he could get that healed, then that means that's not for you. And so that's another tip for you too. If he shows that he willing to put in the work and do the commitment by actually going and get the help, then yes, that's something you should look at about staying in because you see this is a trying man who put in effort to try to get himself better so he can get ready for you. So he can be the man that, for himself and for you that he can be all he can be.
Yeah, facts. And Patricia, we don't get us misconstrued. We not hating on your man or nothing like that.
Nah,
We wish y'all the best and everything. You know what I'm saying? We hope
absolutely.
one day y'all tie the knot and do all those, have kids or whatever the case that y'all might shoot for. But we're just saying that for him to truly love you, man, we don't think he properly healed because he's throwing excuses and stuff like that and why he doesn't really want to commit and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, like love is hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't just
That's another
easily,
job with no vacation.
yeah, man. And you don't just easily fall in love with somebody. You don't just like, oh, I love that person, and then 3 months later, I love that person, and then 5 months later, you're loving another person. So to you, when you get to the point to where you be like, man, I love this person. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of effort that goes into that. You know what I'm saying? Because you loving their flaws and everything. You know what I'm saying? You accepting them for who they are or whatever. But for him to truly love you, he has to shake that past. He has to understand that you are different, and he got to understand if he really loves you, that if you do leave, then that's gonna really affect him. That's gonna really mess him up. So, I mean, she say, okay. She say, I know, I appreciate everything. Okay, okay, all right, for sure. Yeah, maybe you need to tell him to watch the show. You know what I'm saying? Tell him to tap in or tell him to call when I get Coach Tim on again, and he can call us and he can explain to us why he is not truly ready to commit. What's holding them back from committing
Mhm.
or whatever? Because I mean, you love him, he loves you. So you know, what I'm saying maybe we could get him to call into the show, and you know, what I'm saying we could chop it up with him and stuff like that. He don't have to say his name. He don't even have to bring you up. He could just call and be like, man, I love this chick, but I'm scared to commit, and we gonna take it from there.
Yeah,
Just let us rock out, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So like I say, man, you know what I'm saying? I got Coach Tim on the show. You know what I'm saying? He been rocking out. You can find him on IG. You can find him on Facebook. You on TikTok?
I'm on TikTok, Millennial Coach TC.
Millennial Coach TC. He on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? He got a book he's
Working on the book.
working on a book and everything. What about gym tips? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I got some gym tips.
You got some gym tips? I mean, you've been in the gym and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So what's
So
what's going on with that?
I want it depends on what you're looking for. So I always start off with that. What are you looking for?
Mm,
So if you're a person who want to lose weight,
hmm
I know a lot of women out there, they not too big on the building muscle. They want to lose their weight. So
Yeah.
you want to lose
Folk, yeah.
weight, I say the most important thing you can do is your dieting and cardio.
Dieting and cardio.
Dieting and cardio. And if you focus on that, them two things alone will show you fast results. And fasting. I know a lot of people say, man, I don't know about fasting help you lose weight so much. If you can fast, just find you something that work for you. Now, me, I did a water fast.
Hmm
So when I was doing fasting, it was 24 hours, just water.
Just water.
Just water.
Man, I would be so hungry.
I was at
Oh
first,
my
but the more
God.
I did it, the more it got easier. But yeah, I did 24 hours, no, just watering. I mean, just water, and that helped me lose a lot of belly fat and
Mm,
stuff
okay.
like that. So if you want to lose weight, make sure you eat. Make sure you set a certain time to eat. Make sure you stop eating at a certain times. Make sure you eating the right things. Make sure you eating lean food. Cut out the pork.
Man,
Cut
us
out the
black people, we don't
that.
eat. We don't eat a lot of lean food, man.
Yeah,
That stuff
you
be
gotta eat the
heavy,
lean food.
smothered food. It be
You
man.
gotta you gotta cut out the snacks.
I
Feel
love me
me?
some
Get you
snack.
some fruit.
Yeah,
Get you some good stuff in your body and cut out the sugar.
gotta be disciplined.
Most definitely. And for my guys, if you want to build muscle, because I know a lot of guys want to build muscle,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
make sure you lifting heavy, short
Mm.
reps. So if you can get you 4 or 5 reps in, maybe 4 or 5 sets of some heavy weights consistently, and eat right. So for me, you got different type of this is what they call bulking. You got different type of bulk. Some people like dirty bulks. Some people I do clean bulk.
What's a dirty bulk? Is that like some penitentiary
Dirty
shit?
bulk is basically you eat whatever you want and you just consistently going to the gym
that's
eating.
the penitentiary
Eating
workout
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That I don't do that. I do the clean bulk. So I eat clean
Ah,
and I'm lifting heavy. So I'm eating turkey. I'm eating a lot of chicken breast, grilled chicken, a lot of salmon. I love salmon,
mm.
fish. All of it's grilled.
I love
No
me some
no
fish.
fried food. And I'm eating a lot of broccoli, a lot of vegetables, a lot of rice. I throw in mashed potatoes too. So that's just some gym tips for anybody out there who want. And drink a lot of water. Drink a
Mm.
whole lot of water. And yeah, if you do those things, I guarantee you results.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's all about being disciplined, man. It's hard to be. You got to really commit yourself to being disciplined. You got to really, really want it as
Yeah.
far as the discipline go.
You
And
know what helps with discipline is putting things in place that allows you to be disciplined. I think when you put things in place, because temptation is real. Temptation is real and it hit us all. And so if you, for example, like since we talking about gym tips, if you know you can't be around snacks, don't buy snacks when you go to the grocery store.
yeah, start it out.
just don't buy no snacks when you go to the grocery store. That's me. That's how I am. Like I love ice cream. I love ice cream, but I know when I go to the grocery store, I'm not getting no ice cream. Don't bring no ice cream in the freezer. don't put it around me. I don't want to be around it.
I ain't had ice cream since last year, bro.
I
It's
love
been
it.
it's been over a year. I haven't had ice cream since 2022, January 2022. It's been over a year.
I haven't had soda in a couple
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't had soda in a year. I just kind of had this past 2 weeks. I didn't relapse.
years.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have like 3 sodas in the past 2 weeks. But I'm
Do
gonna
you
get
feel?
back
Do
to
you feel different? I
yep,
know a lot of people say. Do you feel
yep,
different when you drink the soda?
yeah. I ain't had soda. I felt good when I wasn't drinking sodas.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I was on water. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't drinking juice. I was just drinking water, and I was infusing my juice. I mean my water. I was getting fruit, and I was like throwing it in there. I started throwing like strawberries, watermelon, kiwi into my water. You know what I'm saying? Infusing it, and then drinking the water, and then later eating the fruit out of that or
Yeah.
whatever. So, um, I mean, I haven't did it lately, but like you say, like being disciplined. Sometimes you got to kind of get into the process
Yeah.
and then kind of get familiar and get into a routine, and then what I'm saying, you start getting disciplined and stuff like that. So sometimes you gotta kind of warm up to the process or whatever and get started, and then like if you do fall off, you got to understand why did you fall off, and then you need to research and see what you can do better to make yourself more consistent or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, being healthy, it don't, it's a working process because everybody, their body is different.
Yeah.
They like certain things or whatever, and they like certain fruits. So you might want to eat strawberries and watermelon, Coach Tim, and
Yeah.
somebody might like, man, I love bananas, and they might want to just eat bananas and kiwi. So
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, you just gotta find your way
Mhm.
and just travel your lane, and because everybody route to get into where they want to be is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you mean you got the muscles and the six pack, you know what I'm saying? And you had your route. And what you can do is you can help somebody get an understanding
Yeah.
of what they can, where they need to go. And then they be like, okay, he did this. Okay, let me convert it like this to fit my life and my structure, and then do like that. And I think a lot of people, when they watch certain people on social media, and like we say, when they see the finished product, um, they want to do it the same way that that person does it.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you see that person and how they did it, what you need to do is you need to just take certain blueprints or certain things that they done, and then just incorporate it and put it into your life where, what I'm saying, it would fit better. Like I'll be telling, like we was talking before the show, like as far as when podcasts and stuff like that. You know, don't do it like me, do it like how you want to. Like, I mean, you might want to do a few things and incorporate certain things, but for you to feel comfortable, for you to reach your goal, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to do it your way and do it in your lane, because nobody's gonna do it like you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just what it is, man. But um Coach Tim, she did say before we get out of here, she said, I do love him. I just don't know where to go from here. He's worth the patience. And she said, look, thank you both. So she said she don't know where to go from there. She said they've been friends since 2019. They've been good friends. I don't know how long they've been in a committed relationship, but they've been good friends since 2019. 2019, that's going on almost
Yeah,
4 years. Yep. So, like I said, they've been good friends since 2019. We don't know when they crossed that good friend threshold
Yeah.
to being, what I'm saying, in a relationship.
So before we get out, since he said good friends, so if when I was doing all the dating and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I don't wanna first off come to you as I don't want to get in the friend zone. I don't even
Mm-hmm.
want to start off there. Like if you go, I had this thing where if you want to be friends, I'm not dating you. Like it's not gonna even get to that. I wanted to know the intentions right there.
Yeah.
So if we go date, and we go figure out what our agreement is within dating. If you want to be just friends, we go just be friends. And I feel like a lot of times people get confused on their roles and the agreement, and
Mm.
you thinking two different things of what it can be.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So if we just not speaking to her situation exactly, but if we just good friends, okay, you may want to be more than good friends
Mm-hmm.
with this person though, because starting off, I thought that's all we was gonna be. And now we in a situation to where one, like you said, one person start getting in their
So
feelings
yeah,
more,
it's always like that.
and the other person is kind of like, whoa, like hold on, this ain't what we discussed. And so you have, I feel like when you get to that point, you got to intentionally know what it is from the beginning, and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that would delete a lot of confusion when it comes to relationships and dating and stuff. So we both know where we going, and we both know what it is now and where we go head to. So if even if it was, we can be good friends right now, but I really like you, and hopefully you will like me back as our friendship develops.
And I think I've been talking about relationships for like a little bit over a year as far as the podcast and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I think one of the main I have three things that I think that is so important to a relationship, but I'm just gonna speak on this one thing.
All right.
And I think communication.
Yes.
Communication is important, bro. Like communicating, like you need to communicate to your partner constantly. You know what I'm saying? You need to communicate of how you feel. A lot of people talk about love language.
Yep. I
And
love language.
and I think communication is so important because I think you need to have an understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like if something's not right, you know what I'm saying? And our females do this a lot. I hate it. When a man be like, "What's wrong, babe? What's wrong?" Nothing, nothing.
Yeah.
And then like 2 weeks later, they'd be like, "Hey, remember when you like?" Well, no, that's unhealthy. Like if we have a situation, we need to discuss that now. We need to handle the issue right now. There's no reason for you to be building up whatever you're building up for us not to address it because it's not good for us both. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason you should be holding that in. Um, but I think as far as communication, I think y'all should have it. I mean, if you have a problem with your partner, if anything is bothering you, any issues or something like that, I think that you need to communicate with that. And if you love them, then you're gonna communicate with them without them getting their feelings hurt. Now,
Yeah.
just like we say, you have a love language, then you should have a language where y'all communicate where you don't trigger your partner to where they be like, nah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a certain way that you communicate with them for them to communicate with them back. And I say this all the time. As far as like with my wife, she used to say, like, as far as me talking to her, when we used to have a conversation, she didn't like the way as far as me conversating and having that conversation with her.
Yeah.
To me, I thought it was cool. I thought, what I'm saying, I wasn't yelling. I thought it was just, but she said she didn't feel comfortable
Yeah.
or whatever. So, you know, if she didn't feel comfortable, okay, she didn't feel that's how she felt. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of me feeling right or wrong, she said she didn't feel comfortable how I was speaking to her. So what I did was I started speaking to her to where she didn't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And when you love somebody, you're willing to do certain things and you're willing to put them before you. You know what I'm saying? You put them first. You know what I'm saying? You put their feelings first. You know what I'm saying? So you want to have that conversation because I think it's best for y'all. So I mean, it's gonna when you're in a relationship, it's gonna be some understanding. They're gonna have to talk to you or do certain things a certain way, and vice versa. And I mean, that's how love is. When y'all have an understanding for each other.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Twitch. We doing Twitch. I'm twitching. I'm streaming on Twitch for the first time. I don't even know who this is on Twitch. I don't even know that. I don't know. It's spam. This might be my first. This might be my first and last time streaming on Twitch. I don't even know. I got to get a better understanding of streaming on Twitch. But we streaming on Twitch for the first time or whatever. So if anybody's out there watching Twitch or do Twitch or whatever, we're on Twitch. The Kickback is on Twitch, so y'all can follow me on Twitch or whatever. Um, but yeah, man. My boy Bear. He said communication outweighs love. What do you think about that?
Communication outweighs love.
Ooh, that's
I need him to
yeah. We need to go a little deep with that Bear. That's my boy from Bear with Me podcast. Man, y'all check him out on YouTube. and Spotify and all those good things. But he said communication outweighs love.
And one important key that I think also you said communicating. I know a lot of times people give keys. They say yeah, communicate and trust. We all know that, but I think one key that combines all of those things is commitment. Because if you truly is committed to somebody, you will communicate. You will trust when it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
You will be faithful. You will do. You will be understanding. Like all the keys that you can list ties in all into commitment. And when you truly committed to somebody, you'll do all those things. And communicating is very important. I hear a lot of people say it's like oxygen in a relationship, and I feel like it's true
I
because
like that. I like that.
you don't know. We two different people.
Yeah.
I don't know you all 100%. Never will because we consistently growing. I should never know my partner 100%. We consistently growing. If we
Oh yeah, you talking about your partner? I'm finna say I don't know. I've been knowing you all your life.
yeah, if you don't, you should never know your partner 100% because we should be growing, consistently growing.
Yes,
And,
consistently growing 100% for sure.
yeah. So communicating is how you catch up with each other.
Mm,
It's how you. I like to call it a "where you at now" meeting.
okay.
And so when we have this "where you at now" meeting, how you feeling right now? How things been going in your life right now? Where are your goals at right now? Like it's so much that can goes into where are we right now meeting. You feel me? And I think when you lose that communication with each other, you lose your oxygen.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And so I feel like yeah, communication most definitely. If not, other than commitment, is the most important thing that you can have in a relationship because it is everything. It is the oxygen.
Yeah, I think it's how you take it to the next level when you're able to comfortably communicate with your partner.
Yeah.
When you comfortably be like, okay, I have an issue, let me address it with him or her. And you're not scared to have that, you're not scared to bring it up.
And that's deep right there. When you're able to when you have great communication to where you can tell them your issues and be comfortable and they don't give you a negative reaction, they give you a supportive feedback.
Hmm.
I think that's when you know you have really, really, really good communication in your relationship.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, and sometimes your partner, they might not be good at communicating with you, but you got to make them comfortable and you have to let them know and give them an understanding where, look, hey, whatever, but however you feel, or if you think certain things or stuff like that, like you can always address that to me. And to be honest with you, like communication, it can be different. I mean, it could be text messaging, I guess, you know what I'm saying, if you're at work or vice versa. It
That
can,
is
yeah, it can be email, it can be something, but
yeah.
as long as you communicate to that partner where they can get an understanding, you know, it's more better for the both of y'all, and then maybe they can grow into where you can have that sit down face to face conversation where y'all can, talk about what issues you're having. But I think communication is definitely so healthy for the relationship to grow and be better because, like you said, man, you're constantly growing and you're not gonna like the same stuff you like 10, 15 years ago
Yep.
or whatever. You're not gonna have the same mindset. But the goal is for you to grow together as a couple instead of individually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you see what happens when you grow individually. You know what I'm saying? And the relationship ends up shattering, y'all end up splitting or whatever and stuff like that. So you want to communicate to understand and communicate because you're constantly growing. I mean, say it's as far as you being in a relationship, as the years go by, you know what I'm saying? Certain things gonna change or whatever. So I mean,
Yeah, and I heard a woman, I think it was a video, she said, if my man is growing, I'm gonna make sure I'm growing too because I don't want to become foreign to him.
I
That
like
was
that.
deep. Yeah, that was deep. Like, and that made me even like check up on mine. Like, hey, that's why I came up with the where we are now meeting. Cause I'm like, hey, I need to know like where we at right now.
Hmm.
Like, I need to know your goals right now. I need to know like where you at right now in this state because I don't want you to become foreign to me. Because what will happen is you would go where you're comfortable. You would go vent out to where you're comfortable at. And if I'm foreign, we no longer have that connection. We no longer click no more because you didn't outgrow me. And so you don't want your partner to outgrow you in no type of way. You want to keep growing. So you have to communicate that growth. You have to communicate where we are right now, where my mindset are right now, where my goals at right now. Or also that able to help each other, hold each other accountable too,
Mm-hmm.
and be supportive. It's a
Yeah.
great way to be supportive. Hey, I got for mine was hey, I'm about to start this clothing brand. I wanna be able to ship these packages out. I need to get the design together. It's gonna take me some time when I get off from work to come home and go in the room, isolate myself for a little while and talk to these manufacturers and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And I'm gonna need your support on this.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
and that's where uh pros of communicating effectively comes in it because now they can support you. Now you know they support you because now you have let them know in what way that you can be supportive and the conversation or the communication is not foreign no more. Now we
Yeah.
both know what each other need. So now you can help me and I can help you.
Yeah, and I think that's important too because when you're in a relationship, if your partner does have something going on, let's say it's business, whatever, school, going to school, whatever the case may be, I think for you to be supportive is so important too, man. It's so important too. And regardless if they got a business or whatever, like you need to be supportive as far as communication. Support and communication that goes hand to hand. Just like you with your clothing brand, like to have your girl behind you 100% committed like you, bro, that's a great feeling. You know what I'm saying? To have that support. To be honest with you, and as far as like me with me doing the podcast and stuff like that, when my wife shares it, whatever she does to support it, it's a great feeling. I love that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think communication and support goes hand to hand. So regardless if you're a man or if you're a woman, whatever she's doing, I think for you to support them, that is like just as important as communication as far as the relationship. You got to support the person you love. You know what I'm saying? So I think that just goes hand in hand. I mean, you're like a silent partner as far as like the business goes.
Yeah.
So you might run the business, but that man or that woman you're involved with, as far as relationship wise, or you're in love with, they're like a silent partner and they need to be supporting your ass. They need to be cheering you on. They need to be motivating you when days that you don't want to get up and do it.
Yep.
Days when you don't want to, like get up 5 o'clock in the morning and have that business meeting
Yeah.
and talk to a certain person networking. That person needs to be pushing you to your goal. And it's always great to have somebody pushing you because if they don't push you, if somebody else not gonna push you,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? And you might have a little situation. This little situation happen, you know what I'm saying? Because hey, when we talk, we just being fair. We just being honest. We just seeing the scenarios out there. So if you're not supportive, best believe they're gonna have somebody out there that's gonna support your man or your woman that's gonna believe in their goals, believe in their dreams, and then you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get a little cross-eyed.
It's competition.
It's gonna be a little comment. You're gonna be like, hold on, why is she always promoting, sharing your posts? Why he's always doing that? Okay, if they're believing in the brand more than you are, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem. It shouldn't be nobody outside you and him that's believing in each other more than that person. You know what I'm saying? So if you're dating somebody, if you're in a relationship, if you're in love with somebody and that person has a business, it shouldn't be nobody outside that's that's promoting, that's supporting your spouse or whoever you're dating business more than you. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel different, if you're getting jealous of that, then maybe you need to step your game up.
It's competition.
Maybe you need to step it up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hypothetically saying. No, I ain't gonna put me on that, but I'm just hypothetically saying if your man out there had a business and he was selling shirts or he was selling food and you didn't ever promote it, you didn't ever post it on your page, but you're doing all this other stuff, and then one of his friends, a female, or one of her friends, which is a male, constantly posting every day, promoting it, sharing it, there's no reason you should get jealous. You're not doing it. So why are you getting jealous that that person doing? They're doing your job. So you need to step up. You know what I'm saying? And as far as relationships go, hey man, you know it's a constant. It's a constant grind. You know what I'm saying?
No vacation.
It's no vacations in the relationship. You constantly building. You constantly trying to grow it. You constantly trying to make it more healthier. You constantly trying to push it forward. You constantly trying to do all these things. You don't just stop when it's good. You know what I'm saying? You don't just stop like, oh, hey, our relationship is good. I'm finna stop doing all these things because it's good. You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna eventually crash. You know what I'm saying? So you see McDonald's, it's $1 billion business. They still do commercials.
Yep.
They still put out they don't have to do commercials, but they still put out commercials, even though they $1 billion company. So I mean, you don't never stop once you get to the top. But hey, man, you know, hey, I didn't have Coach Tim on the show. This has been a great show, man. And best believe Coach Tim, he will be back. And we didn't say it a few times how you can follow him. Hey, Coach Tim, tell them again how they can follow you on the social media platforms.
Social media, I'm on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
Coach TC.
Coach TC.
I'm on YouTube, Millennial Coach TC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on TikTok, Millennial Coach TC.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, Timothy Clifton.
Mm-hmm.
Google, Millennial Coach TC. Like I'm there. I'm out there. So yeah, if you're looking for me, please, if you need some motivation, if you need some help in your relationship, if you need some help with yourself, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, I'm here. Like I am here. And I am just trying to change or be the change that I want to see. Better say it like that. I'm being the change I want to see, and I'm all about self-development, man. If you want to better yourself, if you want to develop yourself, I'm here. Like that's what I do. And so I live, sleep, eat self-development.
For sure, man. And like I said, man, this has been a great show. If y'all missed most of it, if y'all missed half of it, y'all go watch this again. It's gonna be on YouTube. Y'all can watch this again, replay it on Facebook. You can listen to it in your car while you're working out on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, etc., etc., etc. Um, and we'll be back next Friday, man, with another dope show. Some more stuff y'all could come to come into and relate to, man. So I appreciate everybody that's been watching the show. I appreciate everybody that was in the comments and stuff like that. And I appreciate you if you shared the show. You know what I'm saying? But man, we finna get out of here, man. Y'all have a great weekend. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Y'all be safe. Y'all be safe. Y'all be 100, man. And until then, you know what I'm saying? We go chop it up. This is the kickback. All right. I holla.